Have you ever caught yourself pulling back just as things start getting serious? You crave connection until you actually have to commit. Then your heart tightens, your mind races, and you find every excuse to run. Today, we'll reveal the surprising psychological forces behind that familiar fear, and how to finally step into lasting love. In this episode, you'll discover the hidden exile inside your brain that equates commitment with loss of freedom, how attachment wounds prime you for commitment panic, neurochemical saboteur that hijacks your the cultural myths fueling your subconscious doubts, 3 proven strategies to turn fear into confidence, and a real couple's journey from commitment phobia to partnership. Stick around, by the end, you'll have the roadmap to embrace lasting love without losing yourself. Meet Jess. On paper, she seemed perfect, ambitious, warm, endlessly compassionate. When she met Ethan, sparks flew immediately, long conversations under cafe strings, laughter spilling into late-night drives, and a chemistry so electric it felt like destiny. But as soon as Ethan dropped the C word, "Let's move in together," Jess froze. Her palms sweated. Her heart pounded. She found herself hesitating on calls, postponing dates, and inventing errands just to avoid the conversation. Ethan was confused. "I thought we were on the same page," he said one evening, voice low with hurt. Jess looked away, tears in her eyes. I just need more time," she whispered, though inside, her mind was screaming, "I can't do this. I'll lose myself." Over the next month, Jess pulled further away. Ethan withdrew in response. Their connection fractured. And Jess wondered why fear of commitment, something she never thought she had, was sabotaging the love she craved. If Jess's story resonates, you're not alone, and you're not broken. Today, you'll see exactly why you fear commitment and how you can rewrite that script. Section 1: The Commitment Paradox. First glance, fear of commitment seems counterintuitive. We're social creatures wired for connection. But in the modern world, committed relationship triggers two powerful, conflicting messages: safety and security. Partnership promises belonging, stability, intimacy. Loss of freedom. Partnership implies sacrifice, identity merge, potential for entrapment. Your brain interprets commitment as both reward and threat. In ancient times, pairing up improved survival, yet too much dependence could limit exploration. Today, those same circuits whisper, "If I commit, I lose autonomy. If I don't, I face loneliness." This commitment paradox creates a cognitive tug-of-war. When love feels effortless, your brain says, "This is safe, stay." But when someone asks for deeper integration, moving in, shared finances, public identity, your ancient wiring flips to danger. You may lose yourself. Pattern interrupt. Next time you hesitate at the word commitment, notice your body's reaction: tight chest, shallow breath. That's your brain's alarm, not the truth of your heart's capacity. Section 2: Attachment Wounds and Commitment Panic. Attachment theory gives us deeper clarity. Recall the 4 styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, disorganized. Those with avoidant or disorganized patterns often struggle most with commitment. avoidant attachment arises when caregivers were emotionally distant. Children learn self-reliance is safer than vulnerability. As adults, they prize independence and fear engulfment, so commitment feels like a trap. Disorganized attachment stems from caregiving that was frightening or chaotic. Children grew up torn between craving love and fearing it. As adults, they may pursue intimacy, then panic at the first sign of closeness. Even those with anxious attachment can fear commitment when deep love triggers abandonment anxieties. If I commit, they'll leave. Better to keep them at arm's length. Jess, our early example, had an avoidant father who preached independence. Her mother oscillated between warmth and withdrawal. Jess learned early that closeness meant unpredictability, and decided emotional safety lay in keeping people at a distance. Your early messages, spoken or unspoken, etched a commitment comfort zone. Stepping beyond that zone triggers that childhood alarm, I might get hurt again. Section 3, Neurochemical Saboteur. Beyond attachment, neurotransmitters shape your commitment fears. Cortisol spikes when facing uncertainty, like talking about moving in together or meeting the family. That cortisol rush feels like panic. You instinctively withdraw to calm your system. Dopamine rewards novelty, so early dating excitement floods you with pleasure. But as novelty fades and the relationship deepens into routine, dopamine dips, leaving you craving the spark of newness. That drop can feel scary, like I don't love them anymore. You might unconsciously equate dopamine-driven excitement with true love, and cortisol-driven routine with boredom or entrapment. The result: you flee the normal, steady phase of a relationship, just when intimacy is supposed to deepen. Notice the dopamine-cortisol pattern in your last serious conversation about commitment. Did you feel exhilarated at first, then a wave of anxiety? Recognizing this loop gives you the power to interrupt it. Section 4, Cultural Myths and Subconscious Doubts. Personal wiring gets magnified by cultural stories. Romantic ideal of soulmates. Fairy tales tell us there's one perfect person. The moment you discover flaws, you think it's time to move on. Freedom over everything ethos. Modern culture glorifies independence, travel, career, self-discovery, making commitment look like a compromise. Social media highlight reels. We see friends starting fresh relationships, vacations, breakups, and compare ourselves, fueling doubt. Maybe I'm suffocating my partner. These cultural forces whisper, true love should feel effortless. If it feels permanent, you must be missing out. That narrative feeds your commitment fears, turning natural growth phases into alarms that something is wrong. Every time you feel doubt, ask, is this my own doubt, or a cultural myth I've internalized? Learning to separate your truth from societal noise is crucial. Section 5, Recognizing your pattern. Awareness is the first step toward change. Here are 3 signs you fear commitment. You celebrate achievements alone. Major life events feel harder to share. You avoid relationship milestones, anniversaries, public declarations, meeting close friends or family. You mentally rehearse what-if scenarios, obsessing over potential conflicts, future regrets, or lost freedoms. Journal your top 3 commitment scare moments. What specifically triggered your panic? Write down the physical sensations, the thoughts that flashed through your mind, and the story you told yourself. Seeing these on paper externalizes them and reduces their power. Section 6: 3 Strategies to Embrace Commitment. Let's replace fear with confidence using 3 research-backed practices. 1. Gradual commitment exposure. Like exposure therapy for phobias, start small, agree on weekly commitment check-ins where you share a goal, planning a trip, choosing a movie together, scheduling a monthly budget meeting. Over time, build to bigger commitments, co-hosting a party, adopting a pet, signing a lease. Each completed step proves to your brain that commitment need not equal loss of freedom. 2. Rewriting your commitment narrative. Identify the unconscious story you tell yourself. Commitment means I'm trapped, and craft a new one. Commitment means we grow together. Use daily affirmations. I welcome partnership without losing myself. Visualize positive commitment scenarios, writing them out in your journal or meditating on them to rewire your subconscious. 3. Anchor in secure rituals. Shared rituals build a sense of safety, a nightly text about what you appreciated that day, a weekly walk to plan future adventures, a daily check-in on how you each feel. These rituals aren't dramatic, they're simple, predictable, and powerful. They signal to your survival wiring, this person shows up, reliably and lovingly. Practice these steps consistently, and you'll retrain your brain to equate commitment with security, not restriction. Section 7: Real Couple Case Study. Back to Jess and Ethan. After months of Jess's avoidance, they nearly broke up. But they chose a new path. Commitment exposure started with a monthly date planning ritual, no strings attached, just planning and anticipation. Narrative rewrite. Jess wrote and taped on her wall, Ethan wants to share life, not control it. Secure rituals. Each morning, they send a one-sentence gratitude text highlighting something they love about the other. At first, Jess's cortisol spiked when Ethan suggested next steps. But she practiced pausing, breathing, and affirming her new story. Over weeks, her anxiety eased, and moving forward with Ethan felt exciting, not terrifying. Today, they live together. Jess describes it not as a loss of freedom, but as 2 independent people choosing to share life's journey. Section 8: Your 7-Step Action Blueprint. Now, your turn. Here's your 7-step blueprint. Map your fear. Journal 3 moments you panicked at the word commitment. Small exposures. Identify 1 low-risk commitment to try this week, planning a future coffee date, deciding on a shared playlist. Personal mantra. Craft and repeat an affirmation that counters your commitment story. Affirmation ritual. Place it somewhere visible, phone lock screen, bathroom mirror. Secure ritual. Agree on 1 daily or weekly check-in with your partner. Track progress. Log each time you choose connection over avoidance. Celebrate wins. Each successful exposure deserves acknowledgement. Treat yourself or share the win with a friend. Consistency matters. Each step rewires your brain toward seeing commitment as an opportunity, not a threat. If this episode helped you understand your commitment fears and how to overcome them, do 3 simple things now. Like this video to signal its impact. Comment I commit if you're ready to embrace lasting love. Share with someone who needs to hear that commitment can be safe, freeing, and deeply rewarding. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. Next time, we'll explore why you keep falling for emotionally unavailable people, so you can break that unrequited loop once and for all. Remember, commitment isn't a cage, it's a choice to grow together. This is the psychology of love, what they never taught you. Let's keep rewriting our love stories together.